Hello, this video is going to cover the controls used in behavior templates. Let's quickly go to a behavior. There's two types of controls available for behaviors today. One is frequency and rate, and the other one is duration. Depending on how you'd like to collect the data, or how you'd like your therapist to collect the data, you can select one of these two, and we're going to talk about how each one of those are graphed. So frequency rate is the simplest control where you want to track a behavior by that plus minus key. With frequency rate, as you increment, TheraPieces behind the scenes also keeps track of how long the session has been running for. So let's quickly go to the collect data side. I have a client for which I started the therapy at 11:02, and it's been running for 4 minutes. So if I quickly go in here in behaviors and start incrementing this, what we're seeing is this behavior has happened so far for one time in 4 minutes. So you will notice when you graph, you will get two numbers over here. You'll get a rate number, so that is 4 times an hour because it happened one time in 5 minutes. Therefore, it calculates and automatically calculates a per hour rate for you based on how long the therapy session was run. And then you can also see the data points. And for behaviors, you can also see both of them together if you want to see the trend lines, how they are trending together. Once you stop the therapy, clients, you are welcome to come and modify this as needed. And this will affect the rate calculation as well. So you want to make sure this is as accurate as possible to how long you perform therapy with the client. Duration is the other kind of control that we have, and that it looks like a timer as such. And there we go. So I have selected duration over here, and the way you collect data for duration is go back to behaviors. When you start the timer, you can TheraPieces will keep the timer running, and you can go back to the data sheet if you like, and the timer will keep going. You can collect if you can collect more data in the meantime, or collect any ABCs that you like. Look at the schedule, look at the summary as it's going, and once the behavior stops, you can come back here and say stop. One thing that TheraPieces will prevent you from doing is navigating to another client. It will say that you have timers running, so you must stop them. So I will go ahead and stop this, and each instance will be recorded separately. So there's a start and there's a stop, and then you will notice that it also calculates a duration for you. You can then open up the graph, and you can see that a total of 2 minutes per hour is the duration that was recorded. Obviously, this is a little over exaggerated because the therapy was just started and it's just been 15 minutes. As the time progresses, this rate will get more accurate as you learn more about as you're doing more therapy on the client. And then the same thing, you can do rate, data points, or both at the same time. When you start again, it will leave that intact and it will create a new entry. And this will be a separate duration that you can measure. And that way you can track how many times this behavior happened, and how long each duration was. So if I click stop, you can see the second row was added. And as always, you can go to the summary, and all of this will be available on the summary as well.